Hi, my name is Jennifer Burgess, and today we will be uncovering the results from a qualitative and quantitative assessment of content from Bows.com. Not only will I be covering results, but I will also provide recommendations for issues uncovered in this analysis. I'd like to begin this presentation with an overview as to why the project was undertaken. Essentially, the goal was to ensure that content on our site was valuable to the user and met business needs. The following provides the details of this evaluation. In short, I analyzed and created inventory of 75 pages on Bows.com. My analysis used metrics based off of general usability principles. At the end of this report, I will provide recommendations for my findings. So, what did I learn? Well, this is it. The most important and critical of all of these issues is that almost all of our content did not meet branding standards. Only one page followed the visual guidelines set forth by our branding team. On this slide, I have called out 3 examples of headers that use different fonts. The danger of these inconsistencies is that it hurts the brand narrative that we have all set out to create. So, this slide is self-explanatory. In theory, our site really shouldn't have any page errors. Errors lead to customer drop-off, as customers will leave the site when they're unable to find what they need. The third issue I found was with readability. I found that many pages used a confusing eye tracking pattern. As you can see from this example, the reader must jump from topic to topic and the topics themselves do not align. The last issue I found was that somewhat duplicate information existed across the site. In particular, I found this in owner's manuals and support. After interviewing stakeholders from both sides, I found that content was rewritten from one platform to the next. The current process, as is simply inefficient and increases operating costs for the business. So, now that we've gone over the problems, let's focus on the solutions. Issue 1, branding standards. After interviewing the team that created this content, I do not believe that more brand training will solve the issue. The staff knows that these should be following the standards, and have completed the training within the past 6 months. I believe that the problem lies within the staff's toolkit. I believe it can be solved using a technical solution. A CSS style sheet that incorporates proper brand fonts should solve the issue. Issue 2, page errors. After interviewing the staff that actually gets the content onto the web, I found that many did not know any errors even existed. This is due to a staffing issue. The staff is mostly underwater and can't get content out as quickly as it's created. They do not have a dedicated resource looking to identify these errors. So, the easiest solution is to get more resources. Additionally, current staff need to be alerted to issues that occur. This can be done using one of the 2 options listed here. As an added bonus, if the staff uses Remedy, a pattern may be able to establish of common errors that occur. Issue 3, readability. Before I start, I do want to note that I don't think the branding staff are going to like my recommendation. I personally believe that removing the paneling style altogether is the best solution. While I realize that the paneling style presents a certain visual aesthetic, I do not think it's helping our user. I would recommend that the branding team reassess our guidelines and see if they can come up with a better solution. And lastly, issue number 4, the almost duplicate content. After interviewing the staff, I think that the issue lies with the lack of content governance. The current process is as follows. User experience writers create the original content found in the owner's manuals. They then throw it over the wall at the support staff. The support staff then rewrite the content. While I truly believe that the support staff is doing what they think is best for the user, I do not think that they have a solid case for rewriting the content. It appears that the reason for rewriting the content is simply territorial. The support staff uses a different terminology and style guide than the user experience writers, which they believe is superior. So, the first step would be to repair the relationship between the 2 teams. I think that a liaison with final decision-maker authorities would be the best bet. I also believe that mandated use of a CMS will help with any issues that arise. I believe that following these recommendations will better serve the company and its brand. I believe that they will lead to a stronger loyalty base with increased customer engagement. Additionally, I believe that operating costs will be reduced with these recommendations. So, while this analysis with recommendations may appear to be overwhelming, the good news is that all problems identified have concrete solutions that can be implemented. I truly believe that these recommendations will serve to better Bows and increase its longevity. Thank you for taking the time today to listen to this presentation. Should you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.